This is the Learn to Trade online show where experts talk about their trading journeys and help traders make more money unlocking the world of online forex, crypto and industry traders. We tell it like you want to hear it. Unfiltered insights, no corners cut. Hi everyone and welcome along to the Learn to Trade online show for today, the 29th of January 2024. This is the show where we're going to give you top class market analysis and a chance to pick a trade or steal our trade and win a jackpot. That jackpot looks to be going up today. My name's Paul Botterill. I'm the founder of Actions to Wealth and Online Trading Profits.
Hi guys, Simon Williams coming to you all the way from a freezing cold London, crypto trader and investor.
Hi guys, Ash Ball here. Welcome to the show. I am a professional trader and investor.
We're going to go summarize some of the changes we've made to the show since last year. They're very much the same as the last couple of weeks, but to have a chance to win our jackpot, you need to come into Zoom live with us. You need to come. Good evening, Joan. To have a chance to win the jackpot, you need to come in live and Zoom with us. The team will put the Zoom links and all the social media. You need to be in the room with us if you're a chance to win the jackpot. You've got to come on live and talk to us about that trade. If you choose to steal or invest our trade, in our trade, you win half the jackpot. And if you win and you pick your own trade, you win the full jackpot. The jackpot last week was $1,000. If it's gone up this week, it'll be $1,250. Position sizing is 0.1 for forex, 0.01 for commodities, and 1.00 for indices, and that is standard across. Now I'm going to share screen. We're going to have a look at the trades from last week. Boy, it was a week where not a lot. We talked about this last week. Not a lot went on, and you can see here that our guest Gary's trades up $2.27, so he's not the winner. New Zealand dollar up $5, and Simon up $30, so he is the winner. Quick look at these trades. You can see the Aussie yen here. It's been very sideways. A little triangle forming in here as well, so you can see how that does play out. Pound Aussie, one of the boys long, one of the boys short. When the boys can't decide, the market can't decide. It has gone nearly straight sideways for the week. And the New Zealand dollar has done almost exactly the same. In fact, the difference in these prices, I think that Gary Heating is up 1 pip. The New Zealand dollar 61.09 is up 3 pips. And the pound Aussie is up a bit more, maybe 20, 30 pips. It has been a week where not a lot has happened, but there will be much more this week. We're going to have a far better market this week, in my opinion, guys. Guys, what's your thought on the market this week? Are we looking for better times?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sorry?
Go on, Si. I'll go.
No,
all right, I'll go, then you go. I think it is, you called it last week, very, very difficult market as we kind of head into the end of this week, really. We got the FOMC rate decision, we got Bank of England rate decision, we got ECB CPI data, and that is market turning. All this stuff, depending on how the number comes out, could be significant to the market. Do you know what I think is going to be the key, though? I don't think the Fed are going to do anything with interest rates, but what they say will be significant. Yeah. What they should say is, we're going nowhere, we haven't won yet, everybody just calm down. But what they may say is something a lot more dovish because of election year. So I think it could be sort of, we can't second guess what the Fed are going to do here. What they should do and what they will do could be two completely separate things. So I think you're absolutely right, mate. Volatility back at least by Friday.
Perfectly summarized.
Yeah, agree with that, Simon.
Perfectly summarised. That's perfect. I agree. Bank of England, ECB, FOMC. I think they need to be dovish. It's an election year, whether they will, whether they won't. But is it Wednesday, FOMC? When's he speaking? Wednesday. So yeah. By Wednesday, Thursday, Friday should be pretty volatile.
Fireworks.
You add into that, isn't it non-farm payrolls on Friday as well?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Apple reporting profits, Tesla reporting profits. A lot of Magnificent Seven are in this week with profit reports. Now that'll have an impact on those US share markets as well, right? So, and that'll bring flow back into the currency markets as well. So, we are looking for, boy, if I'm here next week telling you that our trades haven't moved 10 pips, I will be a very, very surprised person. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Look, if you are in the Zoom room, we've got a few more in the Zoom room this week. We're going to slowly grow that room every day. But if you're in the Zoom room and you want a chance to win $1,250, you need to write your name in the chat. Kim will put you on the wheel of names and we'll come to you really soon. I see Gary is in the room. Bad luck, Gary. Your trade today led 3 or 4 times during the day. The moves are so small. It was in front, it was last. It was in front, it was last. Very close, Gary. It was a great trade. I thought it was a really good tip last week.
I was winning until Friday. I know I was
really
winning pretty much until Friday. Then all of a sudden this morning we open up, and I think people are positioning for that Bank of England move. You know, what are they going to do? Selling off the pound, and actually decent GDP numbers from the United States last week as well. With disinflation, boosts a bit of potential global growth. Good for the Aussie. So I think that's really sort of what may be playing out here today.
Yeah.
Look at this. We've got a few people put their names in already. Sam's going to have a crack at winning the jackpot this time. Joan, if you can write your name in there, that would be fantastic. If you want to win the jackpot, put your name in the chat. Let's do, before we do their trades, let's do our trades. Ash, what's your trade for this week?
My trade for this week is going to be the CAD Swiss. Some of this is because of what's going on with oil, but my real reason for this is that I really like the I really like the euro dollar, in truth. Look at what's going on here though with COT data. We've seen some inflows in the Canadian dollar. This is sort of the buying of the Canadian dollar, and outflows in the euro. The reason I'm not going for Euro CAD is that I don't like the price action. I much prefer the price action on the CAD Swiss. I also like the euro dollar, but if you were to sidestep the euro dollar, you end up at its brother, the pair of the brother of the pair, which is really the CAD Swiss. And as I say, I like the way the CAD looks. Looking at the Swissy, relatively flat on the COT data, but back to the CAD, we definitely see some inflows with the speculators. Also, I like where it is. Massive sell-off, really. Since 2022. So we're well and truly due some sort of correction, some sort of move to the upside. You bring these lower trend lines in on the monthly chart. This is where we are, right on top of where we sit. Is this a false break? If it is, that is going to define where the low is, which is good. Now we start to zone in a little bit, and we can see that we're just above that level. So can it get some further juice? Maybe so. Daily chart, I like this pattern here. My favorite, as everybody knows, inverted head and shoulders potentially forming. Not there yet. So it could, this as with many of our trades, timing is going to be the real challenge. But the inverted head and shoulders here potentially forming could drag this out into somewhere around about the middle of February. But I'm quite happy to say, okay, if it stays in this area, that's still a long for me. So I'm going for it this week, mate. Say I might be a little bit early, like the inflows with the CAD. That's enough information for me to say, let's go long CAD Swissy.
Love it, mate. Nice looking trade at that. And Simon, what are you doing this week?
Yeah.
Are you going to go, if he's going long, that you're going to go short that this week? Are you guys going to keep the
Do you know what? I was gonna keep my pound Aussie short, but looking at the seasonals on the euro, I've changed my. I'm going to switch it to. I'm still going to take the Aussie. I'm going to take Euro Oz short. Reason I'm going to take it. Technically, I love it. I love these big rejections off this 166 level. I like where we are on this channel, and what I like more than anything is looking at the Aussie against all of these other currencies for February. Not so much the Swissy, but Euro Oz in February one way, pound Oz one way, Aussie yen one way. I just like the seasonals on it. I like the technicals on it. It's enough for me to want to go short Euro Aussie.
COT supportive as well, mate. COT data is selling the euro more than any other currency right now. I
saw that on your chat.
I'm just going to get from you, Ash. We've got you were
CAD Swiss
long, CAD
long.
Swiss,
Yep.
CAD Swiss long. Simon, you are Euro Oz short. Here we go. 2 good trades in already. Let me go in and see if I can add a trade to the mix. Look, I'm going to jump into XTI, and that's oil, and I'm going to go long, and I've been looking to time So this is US crude oil. And I've been looking to WTI, I'm pretty sure it is. I've been looking to trade at time along here. And I'm in it myself a little bit earlier, but I'm looking to time along here. We've seen a nice move up and a pullback. We've come through the 200 EMA, and we've come back to the 200 simple moving average, which I'm okay with for oil. I like EMAs for currencies and simple moving averages for others. Got a little bit of support down here to hold me. I've got a little bit of monthly resistance one. I've got a nice horizontal level running through here that's had a bit of action recently for a bit of extra support. And I'm expecting this pullback may continue for a little while, but I think a pop up by the end of the week up around the 79, 74 mark, maybe just through it, maybe up around $80 is not out of the question, depending on what happens around the world with news and supply of oil. But for now, it feels like a trade that's solid. I think it's a decent chance, and with volatility coming. Always for you guys, remember, we're trading without stop losses because that's the game we're playing right now. You guys are trading with stop losses because that is the way you should be doing this. If you're doing this, have a little stop loss tucked in underneath here in case things go wrong. I can't see it. Monthly pivot a long way away. So I'm going to go long. XTI is my trade for this week.
Liking that.
Yep.
Rightio, we're going to, in a moment, we're going to have Ash's education piece, then Simon's education piece. Before we do that, I'm going to remind you guys, if you're in the room and you want a chance to win the jackpot, all you've got to do is put your name in the chat. Then you have two choices. You can steal one of those three trades. And I don't have a backup trade, so if they steal mine, I'm not quite sure what I do know what I'm going to do if they steal mine. Only put your name in once if you don't mind. We've got a few names in, so get your name in the chat. And we will have Kim put it on the wheel of names for you, and we will draw out the person who's going to do it. If you pick your own trade, you win the whole jackpot if your trade wins, $1,250. And if you take one of our trades and you win, you get half the jackpot, $625. This week we're playing for $1,250 while we're working out who's going to put their name in there and join us. And there's a few people in the room that haven't actually put their name in the. Why would you come into the room and not have a crack at winning the money? I don't quite get it, but that's me. I'm a simple old dude. Let's do education, and we will go to Ash first. Ash on education, then Simon on the crypto stuff, and then we're back to find our attendees trade.
Fantastic stuff, mate. Well, we're going to talk about the 1, 2, 3 trend change for the education this week. Now, what we are after is a trend line which is effectively going to get broken, and how we get confirmation of the trend change. If we start the level here, that's like point C. And we come down and we extrapolate to the downside. We're going to use this closing price here because it matches nicely with that little tip there. Now what we want is effectively what is a 3-step move. So what we want to do is find step 1. Now step 1 is where the trend line gets broken. Step 2 is to come down and test some sort of low down here. Now this can be below the area, and the reason that we can't just look at this as the potential bottom is that even with a step 1, 2, 3 trend change, we're not looking for confirmation on the first break of the trend line. We're not even looking for confirmation where this one ends. The confirmation is going to come when this high eventually gets taken out. So it becomes a 1, 2, 3, and this is a 1, 2, 3 trend change. Now the reason that it's it won't, because it's a trend change, it won't have a measured move of any sort. So we don't know how far it's going. All we're looking for is some sort of confirmation that the trend has changed, and the important bar is this one here, bar 3. So it's the 1, 2, 3 trend change this week, mate. That wraps the education. You are muted.
Hi guys, I hope you are taking note of all this stuff as we do it. Education and learning it. The little stuff makes a massive difference. Must turn off notifications at some point. Okay, Simon, what's the crypto education for today?
Crypto this week is all about my favorite altcoin. Everybody knows about it. It's called Bitensa. The tag, the ticker is TAO. It's TAO. And I'm going to show you this week how to buy TAO. I've had some people on my Telegram channel asking me, how do I do it? How do I do it? So we're just going to do it to show you how quickly it is. Let's switch to the platform that I'm using, which is MEXC. I've logged in. You can see it on the top. buy crypto spot futures, I'm going to go to the spot market. That's where I want to buy my TAO, or TAO they call it. We're going to click on spot. It's going to bring up a platform, order book on the left. I don't really pay much attention to the order book on the left or anything on the right. I look at the middle. That's all I'm interested in. I want to see the chart. I can see that on TradingView. I don't need it on here. So really, my block to buy is this bottom one. You can see I've got some orders in the market already. I'm going to delete this order and re-put it in. So I'm going to delete it. It's a limit order, and we're going to put it in. So we're going to go over here to the search on the right, because at the minute we're on ETH USD. We're going to type TAO. We can see straight away it comes up, TAO USD. We can select it. Here it is, BitEnsor. Here's the chart. We're going to scroll down. We're going to be a buyer. We're going to be a limit buyer, not a market buyer. We're going to be a limit buyer. And the price we want to buy at, and I wrote this down, is $327. And the amount we want to spend, can't remember what I had in, $4,000. So we can see 327 is the order, 4,000 is the total we're going to spend, and we're going to get 12.23 TAO if that order fills. We're going to press buy, we're going to confirm it, we're going to come down, and we're going to see it back in the open orders book. There it is there, 327. There's the fee, right? 80, whatever it is, cents to buy it. And that's what we're going to do. Next week, I'm going to show you how to take it out of this exchange and how to stake it using the BitEnsor wallet. But for this week, that's how you buy TAO.
Lovely.
Mate, how easy is it to for our people who are watching this? There'll be people watching this on YouTube, people watching this on X or Twitter, whatever it's called these days. There'll be people watching this on Instagram. How easy is it for them to get an account open in the same place you've got an account open?
Very, because you don't have to KYC. I'm not KYC'd on that account, so anybody can open a MEX account. It is one of the few that you can do that on. That might change at some point, but for now you don't need KYC. Obviously, it's unregulated. You don't leave tokens on there. You go there to buy, you pull your tokens off, and you look after them yourself.
Cool. So they can't, if they go broke, your tokens are back in your wallet or back on an exchange. You do the transaction, you get the tokens out of there to keep it safe, right?
Correct. I'll show you next week.
Really love it, Simon. Thanks for that very much. And we're now going to invite our guest to place a trade. We will start off with Kim. Can we have the wheel of names? Kim, can we do the wheel of names to see which of our guests will get a chance to place a trade and win the 1,250 US Singapore dollars? I can see we've had more people come into the room. Put your name in the chat really quickly and we'll get you in. Kim, are you ready to go? Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Go on, Sam.
There we go. So we will see. For those that don't know, Sam does work for Access to Wealth as a VA. Sam, you're going to need to come onto the camera and mic. You're going to need to tell us. I have a feeling you're going to tell us which of our trades you're going to steal.
Well done, Sam.
Sam, you've got to steal the boss's trade, Sam. You've got to steal the boss's trade.
Hello.
Hi, Sam. How you doing?
I'm good. Wow.
Cool. Kim, can you release the screen, Kim?
Hi
Thanks,
guys.
Sam. Hi, Sam. How you doing? Come on,
I'm
Sam.
good.
If you want the money, you got to come on camera like
No.
everybody
Come on,
else.
Sam.
Come on. Come on, Sam. We've all seen you live. We've seen you sing. We know how good you are. Come on camera, please.
We've seen you on stage rocking it. You can come on camera.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam. How you doing?
Hi.
Team are looking forward to seeing you in Bali, the Bali trading retreat in 6 weeks and 1 day. I think James arrives there. It's getting closer. Sam, are you going to take a trade of your own and go for the full jackpot, or are you going to steal one of ours and go for the half jackpot?
I think for now it's best to steal a trade.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
The last person who stole a trade was no one, and he did pretty well.
Good.
I will try to steal for now.
Which trade are you going to steal? Mine, Ash's, or Simon's?
Oh my god, I'm shaking. I I think I'm gonna steal Ash trade for now.
Oh,
Ash's trade. Now, what that means, of course, is that now for the entire week, Sam's going to do nothing but look at the chart. No work will get done. No, nothing will happen. He'll just spend the week looking at the chart. So, Sam, you have got Ash's trade. Ash, we're going to do our sports bets, and when we come back from our sports bet, you'll be able to go back to your euro-dollar trade that you favoured in the first place if you want to.
yeah, I'm
Mate.
just going to go for that, mate. It's simple as that, isn't it? I have to say, Sam, I feel a little bit guilty for you because I'm not sure it's going to like bubble along this week. I think Paul's trade might be the one to go. I think I agree with Simon. I think Paul's trade might be the one, but that's where we are. So I'm going to go for the euro dollar later on. But yeah, let's do sports bets and
Sam, I just want to
good
ask
luck,
you,
Sam.
I just want to ask you, Sam, how easy is that? You come into a webinar, you put your name in the chat, and you get the chance to win half of $1,250. How easy is that?
I am still on shock right now. I just logged out for work and then I just joined. Learn to trade online. It's just like that fast. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing, huh? And Kim will love that quote for later in the week in the social media. Brilliant. Thank you, Sam.
guys.
And
Thank you.
is that Tam in the background? Hello to you. And right, let's do sports bets and then we'll come back to actually ready to go with your trade, or should we do sports bets first?
Oh, I'm ready to go on my sports bet now.
Okay. Look, we'll do sports bets. I know Simon may not get to the end of this. If we'll go Ashley and Simon and me for sports bets, and then we will go with Ash's trade being put back on. Way to go, Sam. Ash, what's your sports bet?
Great stuff. Well, my sports bet. So this week the Chiefs kind of let me down in some respects. They my sports bet last week, I got half of it right because the 49ers did end up beating the Lions. But the Chiefs, what am I doing betting against the Chiefs? You know, they are the Super Bowl, you know, they've got pedigree. And I have to say, you know, when it came down to it, it was one rookie that really messed up the Ravens, a guy called Flowers. He got called for a taunting, and it ended up 15 yards back from what would have been a shoe-in for a touchdown. Then he fumbled the ball right on the touchdown line, and the Chiefs basically marched right down the other end of the pitch and managed to put some points on the board. So this week, I'm going to go for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I think they'll find it tough against San Francisco, but they turned over the Ravens, who had the best defense in the NFL, and they turned over the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going to stick with them this week, and even money trade. So come on, Mahomes, come on, Kelsey, come on, Taylor Swift. We're having you next week. Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs at 1-1.
Mate, I was a bit surprised you didn't include the Kansas City Chiefs last week. I don't follow the NFL all that closely, but I do know that they are the defending champions, and they played pretty well last year. Okay, Simon, we've got another little double up here.
I think we need to talk about last week because last week was my banker. I mean, Barcelona scored 3 goals at home. When do they ever do that and not win? The answer is last weekend when they lose 5-3 at home to Villarreal and ruin my bet. Unbelievable.
And the coach resigns, right?
Yeah. I need to get a win on the board. It's the end of Jan. I've not got one win on the board this month, so I've gone for what has got to be an easy double, right? City at home against Burnley, Tottenham at home against Brentford. Both of these are on Wednesday night.
Come on, the tots.
Awful odds, but I just need a win. So I'm 100 in for a 71. It's a 0.71 profit if I can get them both home. That's my sports bet of the week, guys.
Loving it, mate. Loving half of that.
I think we can still. I think we can still take that. Now I'm just going to jump in here. My sports bet, if I can get onto the right tab here. The TAB New Zealand have let me back in, and I am going to take. We'll take kind of unusual bets. I am going to take India to beat England in the second cricket test match starting on Friday. It won't be finished potentially by the time we have our next session, but I'm going to take India to beat England. They'll be paying $1.42, so less money than I normally like to go for. I'm really tempted to keep this pretty small too, but I'm still going to go with my $50, my normal $50 bet. And
hang on, we're 1-0 up. You're going against.
You're 1-0 up and well deserved, but I had a look at it. Did you watch it at all, Simon?
Yeah, I watched bits of it. I watched most of the Ollie Pope innings. Fabulous.
Yeah, I'm looking honestly. Without the Ollie Pope innings, you would have lost one innings, and unfortunately for you, you know, and I thought, you know, I was so pleased you won. I thought you were brilliant, but your leggy was disappointing in the second innings.
Yep.
He, on a deck that was doing a lottie bowl, a pile of rubbish, and your number one spinner's got a knee injury. And you know, the young guy that took 7-4, in all honesty, I watched him bowl you guys to victory, and he bowled some unplayable stuff, and he bowled some genuine pop. And if he bowls that genuine pop on something that's not turning square and rolling and bouncing, I think the Indians might get after him, and I think you might find it a bit tougher this time. If you're two spinners out and your guy who's taking the wickets, he might be a lot better for the experience. You know, taking 7 for winning a test match against India, he'll be a pretty happy man. I mean, he should be sober again by Friday. So I'll take India. Look, at the odds, I thought about England. You know, I like their approach, which is to and too much here, but to sweep and reverse sweep the Indian spinners off their links. You know, Pope did it really well. They've got a number of guys. Like Root can't really do it for a long period of time. He's not agile, but Duckett's agile. You know, they're guys who are really light on their feet. They can play off both sides. You know, there's lots to be said for them, but I think they might not quite have the bowling depth. I think their last spinner just got a visa to get in, didn't he? He missed the first test.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It's a good bet for those odds.
And Virat's not back till the third test, which would make it a bit more interesting as well. Ash, what's your new trade?
My new trade is the euro dollar. I absolutely hate the price. A euro dollar short I am going for. I hate the price, but the analysis kind of did point me towards euro dollar shorts anyway for the start of the week. You know, as I said, when you look at this COT data, the COT data is suggesting that the euro is probably going to be the weakest currency. The other thing I quite like when we look at the 10-year yield, this is starting to trend to the upside. That is starting to suggest that we might well see some further upside in the US dollar. Depending on what Jerome Powell says, of course, that's going to reflect what happens with this trade. CPI data has been pretty sticky across the board so far. Do Europe follow suit? I'm not so sure they will. So I'm looking for some downside in the euro dollar because of some of the data and really because of what the background information is telling me. Euro dollar short for me, mate. That's my switch bet. Don't like the price, but I like the direction.
It's going to be a good week. I do hope that it's a time. I mean, Gary last week, what a brilliant effort from him. As I said, you led till Friday. He led very early this morning. Then he was last. Then he was first again. I do hope it's nice and close, and that Sam's trade does keep her nice and close to winning the half of 1,250 Singapore dollars.
Come on, Sam.
Yeah, actually saw the business site from No One. He set up a mobile phone repair site. I saw his business site the other day. It's great to see the money that people win on this show going to really good causes. Hopefully life-changing for him, and that business can support him and his family moving forward. If you're out there trading, I encourage you guys to trade well. Be responsible. Look after your money. Take your time. It's not a race. It's not about how quickly you get there. It's that you get there. That's the key. No hurry. Take good trades. Look after your money. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Simon. Thanks for coming and joining us, Sam. Thanks for support, James and Kim. We'll be back same time next week. Keep an eye on all the social media stuff for any changes. Talk to you next week. Thanks, everyone. See you.
Good luck, Sam.
Bye, guys.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Learn to Trade online show. Keep your charts up and your trade savvy. For more insights, subscribe and catch us next time. See you in the next episode. Stay calm and make good decisions. The Learn to Trade online show is presented for informational and entertainment purposes only. The information presented should not be construed as investment advice. Always consult a licensed professional before making investment decisions. The views and opinions expressed on the Learn to Trade online show are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of the show's hosts, guests and sponsors. The Learn to Trade online show, its producers, sponsors and the hosts, Paul Botterill, Simon Williams and Ash Bill, shall not be liable for losses resulting from investment decisions based on information or viewpoints presented on the Learn to Trade online show.